So let's continue as we look at physics for Form 1 or 2. It says David Livingstone Secondary School installs a water tank on a raised platform to supply water to the science laboratory. A pump lifts 500 kg of water to a height of 12 meters above the ground. The pump takes 60 seconds to complete the task. Take gravitational acceleration to be 10 meters per second squared. Then it says calculate the weight of the water. So remember, it's always important to list down the data that you've been given. So they have given us the mass, which is a 500 kg water, which the pump then the height is simply 12 meters, from where it is lifted. Then the time is simply 60 seconds, and gravity is simply 10 meters per second squared. Now here the question says calculate the weight of the water. Remember, weight is equal to mass multiplied by gravity. So therefore weight will be equal to, what's the mass? It is simply 500 kg multiplied by gravity 10 meters per second squared. All right, so therefore the weight is going to be this times that will give me 5,000 newtons. So that is the weight in this case of the water that was being lifted by the tank. All right, let's move on and try to see what we can do there. Hopefully you still have that data that you have. B says calculate the work done by the pump in lifting the water. So remember, the work done is equal to force multiplied by distance. So the force can be mass times gravity times the distance will be the height. So the work done by the pump will be equal to the mass, which is equal to 500. The gravity, remember, was 10, and the height was simply 12 meters. Yeah. So you can replace the units there, there's no problem. So it will be 500 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 12, and that is going to give us 60,000 joule. So 60,000 joule is simply the work done by the pump. Then since they told us that the time it did that in 60 seconds, if you still remember from our data that we got 60 seconds there, it simply means that power is equal to work done divided by time. So power will be the work done is simply 60,000 joules. You divide by the time it has taken, which is 60 seconds. Or when you cancel, you're going to find that this gives you 1,000 joules. So that's what you just needed to do there. Remember, the information we were given is right here. You can pause the video so that you can check out the question. Then it says state the type of energy gained by the water. So what is the energy gained when the water is taken there? The water has actually gained gravitational potential energy. So that's the form of energy that it has actually gained. Please watch out. In my next video I'm going to show you how you could answer question number 3.